trust. It can be hard in this business, especially when you're young, to figure out who you can and can't trust. Trust comes before strength, and it becomes conduit of influence. Your strength is a little bit threatening before people trust you. It's difficult for me to look into the eyes of a journalist and trust him to present it as you say. When a salesperson truly cares about you, trust forms, and you're more likely to buy, to invest, to spend your money, to come back for repeat business, and to refer new customers. As president, I'm committed to making Washington work better and rebuilding the trust of the people who voted for us and sent us here. To restore the trust of people, we must reform the way the government works and operates. It's probably a bit of power trip when you befriend somebody enough that they trust you to tell you things. Sometimes God comes down and puts his hand on you if you're too high, too big, and too huge in your thoughts. Working out the social politics of who you can trust and why is quite literally what a very large part of our brain has evolved to do. For somehow, this disease inheres in tyranny, never to trust one's friends and acquaintances. People tell me they idolize me, want to be like me, want to do what I do. But I tell them, trust me, you don't want my life. You don't know what I've been through. I've been a very tortured soul. So if the players trust the coach, it's not a problem. If the players don't trust the coach, it is a problem, and vice versa. Never comment on a woman's rear end. Never use the words large or size with rear end. Never. I avoid the area altogether. Public office is supposed to be a public trust. This is a clear sign of rampant corruption at the highest levels of Republican leadership. Trust funds can never be a substitute for a fund of trust. Trust is that rare and priceless treasure that wins us affection of our Heavenly Father. Love and trust and justice, concern for the poor, a generous heart, that's being pushed to the margins and you can see it. Sometimes you don't know who you can and cannot trust. Everybody seems suspicious. I still learn that over and over again. It's the same old story you've heard 1,000 times or even more. Somebody's trust gets broken, somebody's left behind, somebody's heartbroken. It is not good for us to trust in our merits, in our virtues, or our righteousness, but only in God's free pardon as given us through the faith in Jesus Christ. The most special relationships, in my experience and knowledge, are based on a combination of trust and mutual respect amongst the parties. What I've learned in these 11 years is you just got to stay focused and believe in yourself and trust your own ability and judgment, and things would do wonder for you. You must look like a money person for clients to trust you and to work with you. We need to discuss the basis of a new form of trust built on meaningful form of citizenship appropriate for a republic. Creativity comes from trust. Trust your instincts, trust your guts, and never hope for more than you work. We need, in effect, to make the phantom lockboxes around the trust fund real. Young men, trust God and make the future bright with blessing. Old men, trust God and magnify Him for all the mercies of the past. The strange bonds of trust and self-deception tend to grow between journalists and their subjects, and that happens all across the globe. Trust men and they will be true to you. Treat them greatly and they will show themselves great. They will be great souls. Trust in the ability of people to make decisions about their own future is a fundamental tenet of democracy. Fantasies do not have faith, they have belief. With faith you let go, you trust, whereas with belief you cling. It always matters whether or not you can trust your government. Business and users are going to use technology only if they can trust it that it will be safe. If you're not certain about something, it might mean you should reach out to the person you trust for advice and seek guidance. You can't trust a promise someone makes while they are drunk, in love, hungry, or running for office. People tend to make lies in all those situations. Leaders must establish common purpose and build trust within an organization for the organization's success. So near is falsehood to truth that a wise man would do well not to trust himself on the narrow edge. Your confidence is destroyed when you find out you can't trust people. It's never fun when you trust someone and the trust is betrayed. It's the most worst feeling ever. Everybody wants to be winners. You have to trust that God has a greater plan for everyone. For this even you can't see it. Don't try to get involved with people on the internet because it can be very dangerous. The whole point of trust is to inform people about this very, very serious issue. As contagion of sickness makes sickness, contagion of trust makes trust. It's a ripple effect. We all have a hidden mystic quality if we can learn and trust to tap into the power. To bear means to support the weight of that which is held. Is a sacred trust to bear the priesthood, which is mighty power and authority of God. When you're out and playing, things are going fast. You have just got to trust your instincts and what you got there. It's the preparation that goes into each week. We have a term, trust your training, trust your teammate, and trust yourself. And that works always for us. You really found out who your friends are and who you can trust. That definitely toughens you in tough situations.